So we can start. It's assignment 6. So we will learn about process management and step 1. So view running processes. So in order to see a running process in our laptop, we can use ps command. So it's a ps aus command. So let's go to terminal and run this command. So it's a ps aus. So we can see there are a lot of processes are running now, and we can see that all of them are running perfectly fine. So actually, AUX stands for, each letter stands for specific purpose. For example, A stands for, it kind of displays, shows processes uh, for all users, and U stands for, it displays user owner of the process, and X actually shows process that are not attached to kind of terminal. So it shows this kind of things. So we can go back to our case. So there's a lot of processes are going next. So step 2 is monitoring system performance. So actually we can monitor system performance, including central process unit, and which is like brain of the computer, and memory usage using top command. So we can just write top command. Let's write top command. So here we can see that a lot of processes are running at the same time. So it provides actually top command. Let's go back to so top command actually shows us a real-time view of system performance. It's a central process unit, memory, and other process details. And actually, so for example, here we can see available memories, how much free we have, about SPU, for example, central process unit, how it's working, everything is fine. And we have process, which is task. We have 198 tasks in total, and more, a lot of them are sleeping. One is running. Probably it is bash. Bash is running. So all of them others are sleeping. So in order to quit, in order to exit from it, we can just type Q. So we are uh, free from it. We exited from it. So let's go to next process. So next process is kill a process. So let's use terminating as a better word, I think. So we can terminate a specific process by their process ID, which are actually we can see from top command. For example, here we see that this is process ID. We can see from this process ID. So we can just type kill command and this kind of process ID, and it will terminate the process. So for example, let's type this kill process. So first of all, let's run. Let's go to Rush, and let's go to, for example, calculator. Let's calculate something. For example, 988 multiplied by 79, let's say. So it's working. More divided by 7. So it's working. So let's try top in order to see um, the ID of uh, calculator. So we can see it's not working. It's not here. try. So here we can see a calculator appeared. So it's 7688. So we can just quit kill 7688. So here, very importantly, we have calculator which is working. So we will just run this command here. You can see the calculator is disappeared because it terminated this process. We wrote the the PID of calculator and it terminated. So we cannot even see that process anymore. So it's working. And last but not least, it's use HTOP, install use HTOP for interactive process viewer if available in your system. It says. So let's use HTOP. So I already downloaded. Okay, let's write HTOP in order to see because I think I already downloaded. So here we can see it's similar to top. We've seen that process a lot of process we can see, but HTOP is actually a little bit different because it's interactive, and we can see that it is color edit with colors. Top was very kind of two colors. It's more color we can see. We can see blue, we can see green, and we can see that it is more user friendly than top. So it's HTOP. Um, let's create this. Everything is understandable. The same thing with kind of P, top. We have PID, we have users, their running times, everything. Let's create from typing Q. So we can actually check what kind of version it is. So, so we can see the version of HTLP is 3.3.0. So it's actually working, everything is working. So next, how does and monitoring process help to optimize system performance? I think it's very clear that monitoring actually will help to system performance. Uh, for example, it shows what kind of processes are slow, for example, or using too much resources. So, which allows us to fix this kind of issues. For example, let's say that um, this this for example, this process are taking uh, too much time, or it's taking, for example, it's running too slow, we can just terminate. We can just write kill and PID, which is 1938. So it will terminate this process, which eventually leads us faster and much more improves our speed. So actually it will help us by more effectively allocate our resources by kind of terminating slow processes or processes that taking too much resources, we can say. And uh, next question is, what are implications of terminating process incorrectly? So we think that killing a process, which is terminating the process, for example, if process is stopped and if it's not unsaved, our work or it can be any kind of data, so we cannot kind of recover the data. So it will be lost. We cannot recover it. So we should be really careful about killing the process That's why we have permissions to which kind of users can terminate, kill a process. That's why we have this kind of permissions. But anyway, we have to be careful with this process because the data will be lost forever. And another case that will lead to, I think, bad consequences, terminating a process. It will, for example, if we see right here, so a lot of things are running, but for example, these kind of things are not clear to a lot of people, and myself also included. For example, genome, coworker, thread, systemd, software. For example, probably I will not delete systemd because it sounds something that important. But for me, something like RCU and other things are not sounding that much important. So by just kind of like by uh, by default, I can just delete this kind of things. For example, kill PID, their PID, and it will lead to kind of system might crash because of that. Because this thing might be super important for the system, but I might not know it. So actually, this kind of things are also important. So we should know what things we are terminating. We should make sure that that thing is not responsible for other things. So that's all. That's all.